Shrinetime Entertainment TV. The nerd is the word.
Shrinetime Entertainment Podcast. Nerdcore to the max. All over the web, baby. Now here's your host, DJ Money Senpai and Company.
What's going on, everybody? Party hard, party game. Oh, gotta go. What's this your fan, Charles? Money Senpai where? All day, every day, your money making, gameplay loving, urban ambassador, it's a nerdcore founder and co-host. It is time once again to hop aboard onto the number one up and coming nerd awesome podcast party train that we call Shrinetime Entertainment Podcast, where we always say the nerd is the word. All aboard, players! With me are my favorite Star Fox team to all things video games, anime, manga, movies, TV, cosplay, whatever nerd. We got it. First up is, of course, my engineer, Ace Gamer, the pride of Shrinetime, the hardest working man in anime, gaming, and poodle loving. Surprise, surprise. Mike Machismo Maverick.
Yo, what's up? How's it going, guys?
Welcome back, bro. And we gotta say congratulations to your first subscriber, your first sponsor, by the way.
Power Up TV, man. Yeah, join Power Up TV and you will get some awesome good stuff here. Like a green screen or a free XSplit. Hey, you're probably gonna get a game for you to review. I mean, who knows? I mean, the guy, I say the guy's loaded, I say.
He's loaded. Is he a rich man? I'll marry him. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Next up is our charge enforcer in charge of the beat down the short something and segment. Our Iron Man of anime and gaming, Justin, aka J Rock. Jay. Oh man.
Oh no, Jay's dead.
Oh no, my God. Oh.
All right. Okay. Step back. I know CP. Actually, no.
I'll take his place.
Oh, God. The guy next to him is, of course, our guy, our resident gamer, and Shrine-Time's best sponsor when it comes to all things gaming, Adam, a.k.a. The Game Machine.
Hey, I'm just burying his body here. What's the best way to, take care of that? How deep does it need to be? I tried to look up
Digital resuscitation.
Hey, we need to take notes from Dexter. He knows how to do that stuff.
Oh, yeah, I used to watch that cartoon. His sister was such a bitch. Wait, I didn't know if I could cuss on this, so I stopped myself.
Well, on this show, you can say whatever I'm saying. Fuck. See what I'm saying with that there? No,
hey, don't fucking cuss like that. There might be fucking children listening. Damn, shit.
Can I say vagina, scrotum, and
You can say whatever you want.
Merca.
See, this is what one time you would just love say, "Get out of my fucking laboratory, bitch!"
Yep.
Oh man.
Okay.
That's really my childhood. Yeah. Now you all know, last was a whole gaming industry was a big time for us here. Gaming took its center stage. Last week we did a special pre-show video game awards, which was being co-produced and also hosted by Jeff Neely, who is a big video game enthusiast and who has been hosting many of those BGA awards, including the ones that Spike TV had fucked up over the years. We all know this. It completely sucked. It just went downhill for the last 10 years.
Yeah,
you mean hiring a comedian that isn't funny is a bad idea? Go on, really.
Yeah, exactly. And the final nail that the final nail in the coffin from last year was VGX.
No, we will not talk about that ever again. Is that train wreck? That train wreck will forever be thrown out of the gamer spots forever.
And I feel so sorry for Mega 64 for being part of that last year. I love Mega 64.
That's okay. They're all right. They're too busy making out with Kojima.
They have a huge heart on for Hideo Kojima already. They didn't have enough already with Metal Gear Online.
So that means a certain Phil out there will be jealous.
But you know what though? I think that what really happens is that he gets Kojima gets the fat one, Rocco, makes him come in naked with a dick in the box and like, you sing that song Justin Timberlake did. That was funny.
Right.
Do it now. Perform for me, Monkey Man.
Jesus Christ. I mean, it's just one bad train wreck after another. But thankfully, Jeff Neely had the sense to do it on his own. And he came up with this whole Game Awards. It was a celebration of games and the gamers alike. Let me just say to Adam, let me go to Adam first. Do you think Jeff hit it out of the park last night, or do you think he needs improvement?
I think it's a good start. I think that they did a lot of things. I think it was a little too long. I think that there was a few too many advertisements. Granted, that's probably how they paid for the thing, on top of whatever money he had to put in it. Reggie definitely got a lot of face time, but yeah, it was kind of cool seeing some of the reveals, though. A lot of it was indie games, but I do think that even though Imagine Dragons is not a band I would get excited for, the fact that they played that music with Koji Kondo, the guy that did the music behind Mario and Zelda, and they did like Mario and Zelda music, and they played together. I just thought that was just like, that was awesome. And I don't know how deep you want me to go into it right now, but
yeah, you go pretty deep.
But like, and the Lifetime Achievement Award to the people that founded Sierra and Sierra Games and all that stuff. Like, I didn't even know it was a husband and wife that did that, and that's kind of like a really kind of cool story that like this husband and wife, like one was a programmer, one was a writer, and they were able to take their ideas and like make it into a game. And like, who knows, maybe without them we would not have the kind of storytelling we would have in games today, you know.
Probably not. And what's great about that, you know, that story is that, you know, they rose from that and became big time like legends and icons. Nowadays you get that same that storytelling and premise from other like indie developers like Telltale Games, for example. Now they're talking about more about Borderlands and The Walking Dead and Game of Thrones. Like, you know, in certain games you don't see that much, but in many of those AAA titles and more in indies, a little bit more, you start to see more of a storytelling process in it. And it's so beautiful.
Yeah, and even some of the older games that we would have known, like the Final Fantasies, or like for me personally, Persona, or King's Quest. Well, not just those kind of games either. I mean, like, you know, like Mass Effects and everything else like that.
Oh,
like,
yeah, Mass
Effect. The deep storytelling in those kind of games may have never came to be if it wasn't for those, you know, those games of the past. So, I mean, they've definitely had a big impact, even if you're a PC gamer or not. I think that award was well-deserved. And though overall I feel like the show is a good start, but it can improve. It's definitely much better than the years when they were like, yeah, let's see, what kind of celebrities are the kids into? What music? Oh, that guy from Community. People like that show Community. Get him on there. He's pretty funny. Let's make him make jokes about gamers because they find that shit funny.
You know what I'm saying? And then what's worse, there's a little slip of that, you know, of a clip that I saw in Review Tech USA that deal with the Young Turks making fun of gamers about why I played Sim City, and I didn't think that shit was funny at all. You know what I'm saying? They just like saying the N-word to a black person, and you say like, okay, you know, because it's gamers, it's okay. It's okay for you to rag on us because we're not going to say anything. We're not going to sue you guys or anything. People are going to riot for that shit because, you know what I'm saying, you know how far gamers will go to blow shit out of proportion because you up here saying negative stuff about
Does anyone care what a third-rate YouTube MSNBC cares about anything? I mean, seriously.
Yeah. That is
like,
true.
we're ultra progressive.
Oh, wow.
But we're not going to bring politics into this, go. But like, let me just go to my gaming crew here. Let me go to Jay. What do you think about the Game Awards? Do you think Jeff hit it out of the park this year?
I think he did a good job. You know, it's been a while since I've seen him on TV, other than, you know, the last couple of award shows he was on. But other than that, I think he did a good job. You know,
oh man,
and I'm surprised at the whole, you know, Imagine Dragons and Koji Kondo thing hooked up at the end. That was really surprising. Like I said, I caught that. And it was, you know, Dragon Age Inquisition's win and a couple of other wins, but everything else I had to go back and rewatch. So I'm caught up now, but it was just stuff I saw was awesome. Like especially stuff that's coming out from next year.
That's gonna
like Zelda and that Star Fox mentioned.
Yeah, we're gonna talk a lot about the 2015 gaming year later on in the podcast. But I will say that we hit the grand finale on that, and we're gonna get into the nominations as well. Mike, let me go to you. You're a big time gamer. You've been very very critical of the Game Awards past, as far as the Spike TV. Do you think Jeff hit it out of the park on his own?
I will say it's right there. It is 10 times better than what they have last year. I mean, last year was a complete clusterfuck. Now we're talking about this year. Now this year it was great. It's one step of a good direction towards for the VGAs, and I hope they'll keep that mentality in the near future. And there's one thing I want to get off my chest here. Okay. Right. As much as I like Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2,
right.
Here's the thing.
Right.
I'm okay that Bayonetta 2 is not the Game of the Year award. Okay?
Bull crap, that is the best game of the year. That deserves it.
I'm surprised. I was taken back by that. Now, as great as the game
I will fight people.
No, but see, here's the thing. I was surprised to see it being a nominee for Game of the Year.
Yes.
I'm actually glad it at least got a nomination because it proves that they were able to break that whole stereotype. Like, that's a Japanese game, nobody cares. Like, it broke that because it was a genuinely freaking amazing game. And it knew what it was. And it said, you know what, I know I'm really crazy stupid, but I'm going to have fun with it. And you're going to have fun, too. And that game was fun.
Exactly.
Plus, it came with the first game, so it's like 2 games for 1.
How can he beat that?
As much as I saw the gameplay of it, and I wish I have a Wii U so I could experience it myself, but I will say is this game is 100% great. It's like, it's not a Game of the Year award, at least it's been nominated. And to the Nintendo fans out there are bitching, whining, and moaning of it, it's like, congratulations. Now you make me want to say that I'm so ashamed to be as a Nintendo fan because of you guys whining about it.
Yeah, they whine about it a lot.
It's like I love Nintendo as much as everyone else, but you go around think that Nintendo is the next big thing, like fucking Jesus Christ.
That's the same people that say, Sony is good, that PlayStation is good, or Xbox is good, or PC is good. That's console war, that's console fandom at its best.
I like to think that all systems have good games on them.
Right.
And that I enjoy good games.
Okay.
And I'm going to say Bayonetta 2 is a good game, whether it was on Wii U, PS4, Xbox One, Atari 2600. It's a good game.
Yeah, I don't bring back my childhood.
I don't care. I don't care Bayonetta is on the Odyssey. I don't give a fuck. I I will still play it.
The Odyssey. Oh man. Well, that's way beyond my childhood. Way beyond.
I'm going old school
take you
on
to
this.
An Odyssey.
Yeah. Going old school on that shit.
The days of the Atari and the Sega Genesis. Jesus Christ. Anyway, considering the fact that, what everybody's been saying is true. The Game Awards has done a lot better, especially with the Spike, without the backing or the corporate backing of Spike TV. Yeah. It has had better nominees, better advisors. It had the backing of a lot of the big wigs in gaming, including the three, the console's big three, as well as Hideo Kojima. With all people.
And Shovel Knight won Best Indie Game. I have to interrupt and say that. Shovel Knight won Best Indie Game, and that deserved it.
We're gonna run to the nominees real quick.
All right.
Can I say this right now? Kojima World Order. Bow, 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 bow.
You're a fat man. Put the thing on your dick. I want to see it.
Oh, dear.
It is my world now.
Let me go on. The jury have everything from Game of the Year, of course, the typical Game of the Year, Best Independent, Best Narrative, Best Performance, Remaster, Anime Adventure, Action Adventure, Fighting, Sports, Developer, Mobile Games for Change, Best Shooter, role-playing, family, and online. The fans had the chance of choosing the most anticipated game, the esports team of the year, the best fan creation, esports player of the year, and trending gamer. And what those esports means is pro gamers. So they had the chance to only choose who.
I have a bone to pick with that one when we get to it.
No, we're gonna get to that because they're just like you say, the goals go back to them celebrating pro gamers as well. So, but let's move on to the first nominee, and I'm gonna let Adam pick which nominees I want to go through.
Okay, I'm trying to remember. I don't have the list, or did you put a list on here?
It's on the Facebook chat.
I'll put it up in the chat.
Okay, great. But yeah, I'll just talk about the esports thing real quick, so that way we can kind of get that one out of the way. Because, like, personally, I love fighting games, and I have no problem with the esports thing. Because sometimes I watch some competitive games and stuff, but there was no fighting game people, and I love fighting games, and I think there's some like really good, like, honest, like, fun people in that community. Yeah, there's a lot of dicks in any community, pretty much. But I just felt like, why was there no representation from the fighting game community? Why was there no Justin Wand, or that dude that won the Street Fighter tournament this past year? He was from France, and he won using a modified PlayStation 1 controller. Won the World Tournament. He was the first European player to win an international Street Fighter tournament at EVO. It was either people from Japan or actually I don't even think anyone from America had won EVO. It usually been Japan.
Anything from this guy named Mike Watson yet? I haven't heard this guy in a while.
No, I haven't.
Nope.
I don't think I have.
I hadn't heard it at all.
But it's good. Go ahead.
Yeah, Mike Watson. I think I know who he is. I think he's from Evo 2005, and I think he did like what's it called, a panel one day on it. And that's like the first time I heard about it. He talked about one individual.
Right. But yeah, he's been pretty good. All these pro gamers, they're celebrating.
Oh yeah, he was called MD Luffy.
Oh,
he was MD Luffy was the one that won the Street Fighter 4 tournament, and he was a player from somewhere in Europe. I can't remember. I want to say it was France. But yeah, he used a PlayStation, like a modified PlayStation 1 controller, and won that tournament against people who like used arcade sticks and everything else. And it was exciting too. It was fun.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you see creativity, especially in a fighting game tournament all across the world, you'll know that you're a bona fide.
And he used Rose, which was not like a common pick for most people. So, like that was insane.
But I'm surprised that he hadn't run into any like lagging when he threw like ultra attacks and stuff like that.
Well, that's the thing. It's like they play side by side at these tournaments. So they're on.
But normally they use sticks instead of controllers.
Yeah, most people, it's really a preference, really. It's always appeared like, the pros use a stick, but really it's more of a personal preference. I'm more of a pad player because I never really grew up using arcade sticks, and I'm sure if I really put in the time to practice, I could, but, it's more like some people say it's better, but there's some people that if you really watch, there's some people that can play on pad and can sometimes outdo some of the stick players. It's really crazy, so. It's harder on a pad, though.
It really is,
Yeah, it is, because like if you think about it, if you look at the, if you look, like when you go in the options, and you send your arcade stick up to the like basically the button and stuff, then you got more space compared to using a pad. But like it's like
right on.
It's basically just all about purpose. That's all.
Yes, it is. I mean, but I'll tell you this much right now. I'll take a pad over sticks all the time, because anytime I fight with Mike with fighting games and using a pad, I just end up getting my ass kicked. So
I want to learn a stick though, just for the heck of it, because I just think that'd be fun to kind of learn. But
see, the point is, it's just the fact that you're not used to it as much.
Actually,
sometimes that's like back in the day.
Actually, that's Arcane Heart, which is one of the greatest games. I mean, I was at the convention and I was owning Charles in that one.
yeah, but we use fighting sticks, to play that game. And I'll tell you right now, I haven't done arcade well over 15 years. So yeah, I know that it's been like that long time to play games and play fighting games with that.
Hey, you put up a good fight. That's for sure. I mean, here's the thing. I mean,
we need to have a pro Shaq Fu tournament.
Oh, God, please. Let's not bring that up.
So,
He said Shaq Fu.
What's worse, VGX
Oh,
or Shaq?
That's a long game.
Lord.
God, the game's so long.
Whatever. And I was being asked, speaking of which, whatever happened to that sequel that they were trying to make?
I think it's still in the works.
I don't know.
He got the funding for it.
They got the fun.
But it's going to be a beat 'em up. It's not going to be a fighting game.
I'm thinking that they're cheap. I think they're cheating people out of that money. Because you've had,
hey, don't go. No, it's not Cheetah. It's not Cheetah Man the remastered. No, it's not Cheetah Man the Lost Levels. No, that's not that.
Well, I guess he figured he'd make more money out of a Shaq Fu reboot than he would a rap album. So.
oh God.
No, I'm gonna say it right now.
Okay, let me just.
I'm gonna say it.
Since we on the subject of Shaq,
Go ahead.
I got one thing. I own his first two. I own his first two albums. Like, I'm not even playing. I own his first two albums, and after that, I just was like, screw it. His first album.
There's green eggs and helmets.
In other words, Shaq, if you're listening, and you probably will when you listen to this podcast, stick to basketball. Stick to basketball. Oh wait, you retired of that too. Do us all a favor and just.
I'm just going to say y'all some icy hot.
Oh God. Right now, dude, guys, right now he's manning up with Gold Bond.
Oh God.
I got my PhD, Ma.
Stick to what you got. Stick to what you know, Jack. But anyway, getting back on the subject of the content. Let me. I sent the list to you guys. Adam, which category you want to start with?
Okay, so I guess we got that one out of the way. I guess I'll get my category out of the way since I guess no most of you probably don't keep up with it like I do with the fighting game stuff, which I kind of felt like that category. I felt like that's the one thing I wish they did a little more of, is that all the categories got a stage presence, which fighting games did not. It was Killer Instinct Season 2, which is kind of incomplete. Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, which I freaking love. Smash Brothers 3DS and Wii U were two separate ones.
I was kind of surprised that they actually nominated twice in this.
Yeah, and it's the same game. Only difference is they're on two different consoles.
Two different platforms.
Yeah, there are some actual differences, but they're pretty much the same playing game. It's just there's like modes and stuff that are different.
Right.
And Ultra Street Fighter 4, which is an update to, of course, Street Fighter 4. So, and then of course Smash Brothers Wii U 1, which that game is fun and fantastic. I have no problems with it, but Persona 4 Arena Ultimax is probably one of my favorite games this year, because that game, like, even though it was like a sequel to the other one, it had just so much more content, and it was already a good formula. They just pretty much they took something that was really good and they just made it better. Right. The only reason why I was kind of like weirded out by Killer Instinct Season 2 is because how they're doing it is that you can either like go ahead and buy the whole season up front, and then you get like I think you get one of the original arcade games for free. The second season you get Killer Instinct 2 Arcade for free, but also like they release new characters every so often. It's kind of like I'm trying to think of like what other game you can kind of compare that to, where they update new content and features or whatever like that.
I want to say Tekken Revolution, but hey, it's just me.
Kind of, except you don't have to pay to play the matches. In fact, you could just play random characters and not have to pay for the game at all, but it's just like the season's not even complete, so I didn't even really feel like that should have been nominated. I mean, I like it. I've played it on my Xbox One. It's a really good fighting game. Netcode is like super solid, but I just don't feel like it was enough of a game yet to really justify its nomination. But yeah, I have no problem with Smash Brothers Wii U winning it, because that game, it looks so good and that game is so damn fun. Oh my gosh.
Nostalgia running wild. All the best Nintendo fighters back on it again. Of course, I have to use Link. Who doesn't?
Link's really good. I love Shulk from Xenoblade. Love Shulk from Xenoblade.
Oh gosh, Shulk.
I guarantee you, bro, we got to go one-on-one.
I'm really feeling it. All right, we'll do it. We'll have to do it.
Huge battle.
Come on, guys. I can see the future.
Oh, dear God. Whoever thought that, I have to have something. I'll say We Fit Girl was added to this. How do you feel about that?
I think Shulk needs to.
I like the way she bends.
I'm gonna say it right now. I'm gonna say it right now. I hope Shulk really feels it with the We Fit Girl.
Oh,
Really fresh.
oh,
I really feeling it.
oh, that was too much pun.
That was too much. But
I can't handle it.
okay, let me go to Mike real quick for his category. Which one do you want to start with?
Let's see. The most trendy gamer. I mean, I believe that PewDiePie. I think I don't know. I kind of missed out on the trendy gamer. I believe either PewDiePie or Total Biscuit took the win.
It was Total Biscuit.
It was
Total Biscuit. Yeah.
If you look carefully, you'll see who won. It'll show you the winner on GameWars.com. If you haven't seen the show for yourself, but it was surprisingly. Of course, what Mike was referring to is the trendy gamers. It was up to Total Biscuit, Jeff Gerstmann, PewDiePie, even Vanessa Fogg, and Stampy Longhead.
And
I don't know those last two at all.
And also there's the fan.
Either don't.
And also there's the fan creation, which is which is the fan creation. Let me just take a look at the list here. Let's see, best shooter. All right. All right, I'm gonna say this right now. Best Zelda rap ever by Eagle Raptor. The guy who is from the Game Grumps. And Luigi's Death Stare by CZB. Well, I can't pronounce these two guys' names. I just say Luigi Death Stare.
It's cool.
Mine the Diamond, the Minecraft song by Tobuscus. Toby Turner. Minecraft by Titan City by the Colonial Puppets. And of course, the infamous Twitch Plays Pokemon.
Which that was a brilliant idea. I will say that is like a crazy concept, and I think that's kind of cool.
I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm actually surprised they actually took the win for that. It's pretty. They actually won. They actually won for that, so it's pretty creative.
Yeah, I can hand it.
That had to take a lot of effort. Like, whoever thought that you could use a Twitch chat to actually control a game? Granted, it's probably being controlled by assholes, but it gives those assholes the ability to play Pokemon on Twitch.
So crazy.
Yeah,
all right, J.
that's
Rod.
Genius. That's freaking genius, man.
Yes, it was. I mean, whoever thought that that Twitch could actually do this, have the opportunity to control a game through chat, that's got to be done. We need to see more of this.
Exactly.
I want to see it out of Omega Blue or Omega Red, whichever comes first.
And I'm going to say this to the Anonymous himself. Anonymous, if you're out there who created this game, you should come out hiding and take the reward, please.
Take the reward. Please do.
I'll take it.
But you didn't do anything.
Well, somebody's got to.
Oh, well, that's true. Somebody got to get it off the stage because it's been sitting there for almost a few days.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, J-Rock, what category do you see out of this? You want to start with?
I'm going to go for... Okay, for this podcast, I was going for 3 different categories. Now I got to nail it down to one. So, since one of my favorite categories has already been taken by Adam, I'm going to go with...
No, you're good.
It's okay, no problem. I'm going to go with Game of the Year.
Game of the Year. I'm one of the big ones. Let me run down today the nominees. Bayonetta 2, of course, we read that out earlier. Dark Souls 2, Dragon Age Inquisition, Hearthstone, and Shadow of Mordor.
Sorry, can I interrupt?
Go ahead.
Why is Hearthstone? I know people really like it, but it's a card game.
I know.
That's the same.
I didn't even know what it was.
Let's just say the same thing can be said. I mean, the same kind of confusion goes for Bayonetta 2, but we know that it's
not really, because Bayonetta 2 is like a full-featured game.
Yeah,
Hearthstone is a card game. They could have easily taken Hearthstone and printed some cards and be like, here you go, give us money. But instead, they did it digitally.
Hey, there's got to be a reason why they picked it for a game of the year. So, that's the reason why the advisory board did.
Because a bunch of tea-sipping pricks in L.A. think that, this is a trendy thing.
Well, actually, they're more like cappuccino drinking hipsters.
Oh,
yeah.
God, will you stop saying this? No.
Them and their berets.
Them and their ascots and their scarves and their sweater vests and think they're trendy.
They have a walk.
I hate hipsters. I can't stand them.
They're so
think they're better. They think they're better than everybody. They up here turning their nose at everybody. It's worse than preppies. They're even worse than preppies. They're tech preppies. Dear God. Anyway, Dragon Age Inquisition took home Game of the Year. I'm surprised at that because, despite how great this game is, and I did see some gameplay of this, and it makes me want to go out and buy it on the PlayStation 4. But I've never seen it to be, okay, so what?
I don't know. I kind of saw it.
It's not even better than the last game they came out with on PS3. I'm on PS3.
I had a feeling that was going to win because Shadows of Mordor is just, while a lot of people praised its battle system and all that, I didn't feel like that. Not everybody, I think, dug Lord of the Rings as much, and I think Dragon Age Inquisition is kind of, from what I've heard some people say, it's kind of like a Skyrim-ish in some ways, where it's just got so much stuff you can do in that game. In any kind of open world game like that, especially if it's like dragons and elves and orcs and you can have sex with all that stuff, then people will fall for that kind of thing.
Let me just say this. Who would want to have sex with an orc? Oh my God.
Come on. you can have sex with a Smurf in Mass Effect, so
Wow.
Hang on. It's a sorry.
My bad.
Sorry.
It's just a really tall Smurf.
It's a sorry, and they're female beings. Who would ever thought? Let's put all our cards on the table and let's think about it from a Star Trek kind of way.
Okay, so there's Smurfs in Star Trek, and they're really tall.
True, I'm telling you that considering the fact they are sorry. They're light form beings. They're light. Think about it. Picture yourself. You're Captain Kirk and everything. You always wanted to have sex with a beautiful, beautiful alien.
Because that's my first thought. When I'm going to explore a new alien planet, I'm like, what kind of alien am I going to fuck when I get here?
Hey, at least it's an RPG, you can see if it's like, a female Esper. Maybe I should fuck her.
I need to be level 40 before I can tap that ass. I need this relic first, called a condom.
Lord. Oh, God.
I just don't know, how do they know they have the same parts? How does he know that his dick's not going to just be eaten out by, a monster vagina with little teeth?
I wanted to ask Mark Beard that, but I don't know if it was inappropriate of him asking that.
You should have done it anyway.
No, I don't know. I mean, I wanted to ask him and Jennifer Hill, but I don't know. I just don't know.
There's subtle ways of doing it. So, when you came up with the concept of your relationship choices, how did you figure that they were going to do it? Because, wouldn't their anatomy be different? Wouldn't some just, pollinate you and then kill you afterwards?
Yeah, I kind of took it to that. Kel. But sometimes you just want to say, okay, I just want to fuck her. I don't want to fuck her and see what happens.
I don't know where it goes, but we'll figure this out.
Here's the thing. Have you played Mass Effect?
I played a little bit of Mass Effect, though I kind of got into it late, and I couldn't get into the first one just because of the mechanics of the first one. Right. I thought about trying the second one, so I don't know if that would be a bad idea.
I don't know. Yeah, well, you played it, so it was good. It'll be 2 and 3 gotten better after one.
I'm not crapping on it. I'm just saying, how do you fuck an alien?
Oh, you fucking alien. I don't know. Do they have tentacles underneath their tentacles?
I don't know. Maybe if we can look at the anime, we'll find a good reference for it.
We'll have to find that out because
anime is our only reference.
Oh dear Lord. Anyway, well, that will be for another time when we go answer that stuff like that. But let me go with me and check with best shooter. I love a good shooting game. You know what I'm saying? Who doesn't? Shoot to kill, baby. The nominees for this one is as follows: Call of Duty: Advanced Warfare, which we all know Call of Duty's been well big, despite how we all feel about Call of Duty.
We're getting sick of
Kevin
it.
Spacey the game.
We're all sick of it. We all do. But it's like, it's getting 10s and 5 stars all the way every single year, but it's getting
The
tiresome.
best is Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey. So,
Do you like anime and gaming? This is the place for you. Shrinetime Entertainment Podcast.
Shrinetime Entertainment.
How about this? How about this? How about this? Call of Duty, written and directed and acted by Kevin Costner.
Oh, dear. Oh yeah. After this, we should talk about the if we got time to talk about the best performance one, because that actually relates to Call of Duty.
Okay, I will do just that. The nominees are Call of Duty: Advanced Warfare, Destiny by Bungie, Far Cry 4 from Ubisoft Montreal,
Yes.
Titanfall, Respawn and EA, which we all know is that Xbox One exclusive that fall from grace, and it was never being heard from again. And then, of course, Wolfenstein: The New Order from Machine Games and Bethesda, the same people from Skyrim. The winner that came out of this was Far Cry 4, which I think it was pretty good. The gameplay was awesome. It could have been better. Destiny, I really do think should have been better, because it's the same. Come on, it's the same people that made Halo.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I have such a bone to pick with that game, because like the mechanics in that game were so good, but the problem was they promised so much, and I don't know. Part of me wants to feel like it was more Activision rushing this out, but they like promised like. I felt like the game was just nothing but broken promises. They promised this most expansive world, and when you first get into the game, you're awakened by like a floating Peter Dinklage, and he like tells you that, oh, we don't have time to explain. We will tell you later, and then later comes, and they're like, there's darkness, and it's coming to kill us, and you're a traveler, and it's like, I don't know what's going on, and they're like, go do stuff.
Like,
other stuff.
No.
It's like, really?
No.
Really?
You could have at least tell us what was going on. That has the explanation by the traveler. Not the traveler, but the speaker was half-assed. It could have been better. They could have gave us some better dialogue. Cause let's be honest. And then you got the player, which played whoever they played us, our characters, wasn't very good. Wasn't very good at all. It could have been very good dialogue. It could have had very good gameplay, open world all the way, but it wasn't. And what's worse about their mechanics for multiplayer games, like the Crucible games, was horrible as well.
It was so much of a grind. It was like trying to have intercourse with an alien. There's just like so much grinding. It's insane.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mike.
And I'm about to say about Far Cry 4, I'm glad it takes the win. Even though that Ubisoft, the same guys that think that 30 frames per second is a lot more better than 60 frames per second, and even though they were pissed off too much of the PC gaming master race out there.
Well, they've already proven that they can't make games that run at 30 frames a second, much less 60.
Not at all.
Yeah, but still.
But that game was fun.
Yes,
it was.
30 frames per second, 60 frames per second. I don't care. 15 frames per second. Far Cry 4 is best.
Well, I wouldn't do 15, but
I would not do 15. I wouldn't even touch it, baby.
No,
30, I'm okay.
30.
30's the minimum. 30's the minimum if you're a gamer. But Titanfall, it's supposed to be Xbox One's biggest seller.
Here's what I'll say, because I was excited about that game, and I'll tell you, when I first played that game, it was a shit ton of fun to hop in and out of mechs, attack people. You can sync your mechs on people while attacking, while running, while leaping. It kind of made me feel like going back to the old shooter days where everything was like fast and frantic. But the problem with that game is that they completely decided that a single-player campaign was a bad idea. And because of that, there's no single player, that I felt like that game failed in that aspect because it just didn't have anything to come back to it. Yeah, they had a quote-unquote campaign, but the problem was with the campaign, it didn't matter whether your team lost or won, the story still progressed. So it really didn't make much sense.
But, at the same time, though, it could be much better than what it already is, considering... It
was a fun game. It just didn't have the staying power. It didn't have the staying power.
And Xbox thought it was a huge console seller. They didn't give it too much in the way of,
But this was EA that made it,
promotions. But at the same time, Respawn, no, it could be a lot better. And now,
I think the idea that ditched the single player was the stupidest idea.
No,
Because they could have done something really cool with it.
They could have took it and ran with it. They could have gave people a chance to create their own character. And
Even if the multiplayer fell flat, in other words, if it didn't last very long, at least if it had a good campaign, the multiplayer was fun for a little while. At least people would be like, "Yeah, I had fun playing that."
But I mean, it fell through. I mean, it could, like I said, it could have been a lot better. Hopefully, the sequel will be better because guess what? It's not going to be Xbox exclusive. It's going to be multi-platform, which means it's coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC.
And I want to go over another category, which is the best remaster.
All right. Best remaster.
All right, which is Grand Theft Auto 5, Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, The Last of Us Remastered, Halo: The Master Chief Collection, and Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. Sorry, excuse me. But
in other words, the best game that you bought last year.
Yes.
and of course, the winner is Grand Theft Auto 5, which is for the PS4 and Xbox One.
Yep.
Yeah, because
I mean,
go ahead.
I was not surprised to see Grand Theft Auto 5 win again, especially with the way it is, because they fixed a lot. Fixed a lot of mistakes that were in the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions last year. But it was pretty good. It was awesome. It was well versed. It has a new first-person view, first-person shooter mode that was pretty awesome. The reboot of Online is pretty good. It could have been a lot better, but I do think that the Last of Us Remastered was pretty good. If anybody who has played The Last of Us or haven't played or defensive played it, you need to play it on either PS3 or PS4. It's an awesome game. It's an awesome game.
Still playing.
Yeah, Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I see a little bit. I played a little bit. I'll say this right now. That game, if you're a Pokemon fan, is so fucking awesome.
I would say that game wouldn't even really technically be a remake. It's remaster. It's more like a complete remake.
Yeah,
it's a complete remake from the Game Boy Advance version. But hey, it's worth it. Hey, it's worth it.
It's worth a pretty penny.
Yeah,
but it sounds like they added more stuff to it, and of course, in other words, they technically just made a brand new game.
They made
in that sense, I guess, in a technical sense.
And like something that Heart Gold and Soul Silver should have done a long time ago.
Right.
I really like that one.
It was pretty good. It was. They were. But the other two, Halo, the Master Chief Collection. I've gotten so many bad reviews from that. It was.
I will say this because I own it. The single player campaign stuff works. It's just they've had shitty time with online, and Halo's online's been known to be good. So I'm wondering if it was because of the fact that they're trying to take 4 different games with different multiplayer online stuff and try to make those work. Because
I think that's what it is. I just got a 360 and I own a Halo 4. And I'm halfway through the campaign, but I'm itching to play the multiplayer because I haven't played it yet on my Halo 4. So, and I'm like, ugh.
But my thing is,
that's my
you add to it that the multiplayer was, kind of lukewarm at best. You add to it that this hacker group, this hacker group named Blizzard Squad has been attacking. They've been
attacking
PlayStation. I mean, not PlayStation. Yeah, PlayStation Network and
they got PSN. They got Microsoft
for the past couple of weeks, and of course, it's going to be. And they've actually threatened to knock off Xbox Live permanently on Christmas, which I do think.
I hope not.
Wow.
I gotta play.
It's a empty threat, but hopefully, one that.
I hope that the Lizard Squad decides to actually go outside, interact with human beings. They may even be able to go out on a date with a real female.
How about this? How about these little hackers should just, I don't know, stop doing illegal shit?
Yeah.
God. Yeah. Stuff like this will send you to butt-pounding prison.
Listen, lizard people, do you not like women? Do you not like having interactions with human beings? Because it's pretty cool. You should totally get off that computer, stop getting upset because Microsoft or Sony won't kiss your behind and go outside. Yeah. I promise you, I've been outside before. My skin did not melt.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, I've been outside, and you know what? I got a suntan, man. I mean, you got
You get fart outside, nobody complains.
Oh, and guess what? Yeah, go for a walk. Go do some exercise. Do some running. Yeah, the last time I run, I twisted my ankle, but hey, no pain, no gain.
It was all.
Oh gosh, I gotta stay inside now.
And of course, getting off of them, Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. While I do think that Tomb Raider was an awesome game, and I really do think that the reboot was totally awesome, I just really find it dumbfounded that, this is all we're getting for a while, especially if you're PlayStation or PC gamers. Because the sequel, Rise of the Tomb Raider, has been announced to be published by Microsoft, and is now an exclusive to Xbox One and Xbox 360 for holiday next year. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are up in arms about that, even when the announcement came through at Games this year.
Well, where's the fanboy shields? I'm gonna hide myself from it.
10 minutes after finding out that it was going to be an Xbox One or an Xbox 360 exclusive, people took to Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, all over the place, and were just up in arms about it. And as soon as that came about, they knew they were going to get a firestorm from PlayStation and PC gamers. They sent David Gallagher, which, God rest his soul, had to play damage control that whole time. And I'll tell you this much right now. I don't fault you, David, but understand this. You're dealing with a whole lot of pissed off PC PlayStation gamers.
And I'm right now, guys, let me give me a drink here. It begins!
Oh, real quick, I just want to touch on the performance. I don't want to take up all the time on it, but Trey Parker won, which I'm surprised the other guy didn't get. I forgot his name, but I'm surprised he didn't get a nomination. But Trey Parker, for all of his voices in South Park, won that nomination. His nomination speech was great. He said, only at a video game award show can I beat Kevin Spacey for best performance.
Hey, he don't fault himself. Hey, you know what I'm saying? When you win, hey, that's good. And you beat one of the biggest Hollywood performers of all time. Of course you would. Of course you would.
Of course, guess who wasn't at that show? Kevin Spacey.
Yes, yeah. The thing is about Matt Stone, Trey Parker. I mean, these guys are heavily created, and if you guys watch South Park, it's inspired me to get into more South Park, especially South Park Stick of Truth. I'm still getting it, but I know the game is short, but I'm still waiting until the price goes down.
It is worth every penny. I mean, if you're a South Park fan, you love this game. I do also agree with buying The Wolf Among Us and The Walking Dead. Can
I just say this right now? I really want to punch Cartman in the face now because I used to like him, but now he's a complete douchebag.
Well, he's always been a complete douchebag.
We all know this. He's an idiot. But we all knew it. But he's funny. That's the part of his charm. All his charm is to be an ass.
Even being his ass towards mom. Come on.
Yeah, that's Cartman.
I don't know how crazy.
But my favorite episode is. But my favorite episode of South Park is where what's it called? Cartman's mom called the dog whisperer and trying to straighten him out.
Jesus Christ! Oh man, whoever remember that?
Hey, if a child is worrisome, call the dog whisperer.
Anyway, Adam is referred to as Trey Parker had won the best performance. He beat out not only Kevin Spacey as Jeremy Irons in Call of Duty Reservoir Dogs, he also beat out Adam Harrington as Bigby Wolf in The Wolf Among Us, Melissa Hutchinson as Clementine in The Walking Dead Season 2, and Troy Baker, which we all know is a favorite. It's a great.
Troy Baker, oh yeah.
Troy Baker has talent from Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor.
And also, he's the best damn Joker out there. Fuck you, DSP.
Oh, God. But yeah, he's slowly being that way. I mean, I never see someone that perform that good as the Joker since Mark Hamill. So, of course...
Yeah, Mark Hamill's still my favorite.
Yeah,
I like Troy Baker, but Mark Hamill
Troy Baker does a good job.
He does a
He does. He did a good job.
Troy Baker World Order.
Still good.
Oh, God. We'll order some.
Troy Baker calls you in here. Put that thing on your, use the box. There you go. Perform for me. I'm Troy Baker.
Dear God.
I love it, and also I love his singing on Bioshock. I mean, at the end of Bioshock Infinite.
Right. Best action adventure. The nominees were Alien Isolation, Assassin's Creed Unity, Bayonetta 2, Shadow of Mordor, and Xbox's exclusive Sunset Overdrive.
Okay, who thought Assassin's Creed Unity was a good idea? Who put this? Who's the funny guy? Who's the funny guy?
I don't know.
But they came up with two. But see, the funny thing about it is that they made two. They made two Assassin's Creed. One for current, one for last gen. One was, of course, current gen was Unity. Current gen was Unity. Last gen was Rogue. And I'll tell you,
that's right.
And I'll tell you right now, Rogue beat out Unity.
I still need to play Rogue.
And a huge shout out to Easy Rider, since he's a huge Assassin's Creed fan.
Yeah, I mean, but like I said, I'm thinking that he probably is he got to be disappointed about Unity, because we all are.
Oh, God. I don't know if he's disappointed or not.
We are unified in our disappointment in Unity.
Because I'll tell you right now, the day that the last gen console's version of a game beat out the next gen version, that speaks volumes. That speaks volumes. Like, that just makes you wonder, like, Weary, what the hell was Ubisoft Montreal thinking for even making a game like this? And your last gen version just beat out.
Okay, we gotta get this out by holiday. Rush it.
Can I say about Shadow of Mordor? It's like Dark Souls ripped off Skyrim. That's it.
But
I think it's got like the combat of Batman, but it's
I heard it was the combat of the gameplay mechanics of Batman and Skyrim's graphics put together in one game. But instead of them, doing all that, it's just what it is. It's a clone.
Sunset Overdrive is pretty fun. I really love that game. That game, like, if you don't like inside jokes and stuff like that, you're not gonna like this at all. But it's just so fun. It's so silly. Like, Insomniac did such a good job. You can tell that a lot of the Ratchet and Clank influences came in here. Yep. It's kind of like a mature Ratchet and Clank, and it's got like some of these Tony Hawk like elements to it, and it's just a fun game that's like, yeah, I'm fun.
They took a few elements from PlayStation exclusive Infamous games. So they took a few elements from there and added some some of their electrical attacks and stuff like that. Was kind of paying homage to Cole McGrath. Okay. Yeah. So right. I say this. Go ahead.
All right, you go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was going to say they had a lot of infamous elements into that game as well. That was pretty good. So let me go with that. Go ahead, Mike.
All right, I want to go with the best PG game. I mean, family game.
South Park.
The nominees were, Disney Infinity 2.0, Fantasia, Music Evolved, Mario Kart 8, Skylanders Trap Team, and Tomodachi Life.
And I say Mario Kart 8 took the win.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. And it was well deserved too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's well deserved in the family department because I see a lot of people do a little live stream of the game. It's more than just a family game, but also a get together game too.
Yeah, it's anybody can play it and have fun, and if somebody gets offended, then they're pretty sensitive.
What hurts? Serious kind of
I've been a Mario Kart fan forever. This is what I heard from my friends and cousins and stuff that play the game. They would tell me that Mario Kart is one of those games to where you can say it also goes along with Mario Party that it breaks friendships and everything else, but it doesn't, because it's basically just it's no longer just you're running.
If I had a significant other, they brought home Mario Party, I would immediately divorce them because let's play Mario Party.
Oh God! If you heard of the Xbox, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm gonna say it's Justin. Hey Justin, you ever heard of the Xbox killer, the Mario Kart killer? It's coming.
It's coming.
No,
I seriously doubt that. But hey, if they can find something that can beat out
Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed was close. That game was freaking
I
fun.
like that game. That game was really good to me.
It
had a different. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say it had a different take on on the whole kart thing, especially when it came to the transformations and stuff. And
It made me think of
games.
Diddy Kong Racing a little bit.
Yeah,
It
did.
And the reason why I came up with that concept is because, let's do a Boondocks. Let's make a new episode of the Boondocks and call it the Mario Kart Killer.
Oh God.
Yeah, that definitely will be a family-friendly game here.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, but no one can outdo Mario Kart. I'll tell you that right now. No.
That's gonna always.
That's like saying the same thing with Sony when they try to do their own thing, their own Super Smash Brothers. You're not gonna do it because everybody knows Super Smash Brothers. Everybody knows Nintendo. You're just trying to you're mocking it, but at the same time though, you're not doing your own thing.
Let us not talk about that game. Oh.
I'm not even gonna get into it because personally, I like that game, but it was just the fact that it was, it was a freaking clone of Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
The rules didn't make sense on how to knock people out either. They tried to make it different too. Like to knock somebody out, you have to use a super move on them, and it was really dumb.
It only had one per match.
It could have been better. It could have been better. That's all I can say. It could have been better. And if they do a sequel to it, it has to be better. It has to be even better. But it'll never come out of that shadow of Super Smash Brothers. But let me go on to best independent game because I knew Mike's gonna love this one.
Allow me. Broken Age Act 1, Monument Valley, Shovel Knight, Transistor, Vanishing of Ethan Carter, and the winner is. Oh yeah, guys, check out my review of Shovel Knight from Yacht Club Games.
Also, check out my review.
Yeah, check out.
You guys both did producer games?
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
What's that, Justin?
I said both of you guys did reviews of Shovel Knight.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
I haven't played that yet. Everybody else.
I haven't popped in Mike's review to look like a creepy idiot. So if you want to see me twice.
Hey guys.
Yeah, there you go. There's your answer right there.
So yeah, guys. I'm the best writer of the world. Yeah, the best script writer of the year, Mike Maverick.
Yeah.
You're ready for great justice. But I will say this, Shovel Knight is well deserved. I've heard so many great things about it. I can't wait to play it because we just found out a PlayStation Experience and it's coming to PlayStation 4 next year.
You're gonna love it.
You will love it,
like,
dude.
What I have to say about that game, basically, just kind of in a nutshell, is that a lot of retro-inspired games try to be like other games. Shovel Knight takes parts of those games that we loved, but makes something so unique out of it, and it feels like such a passionate love letter. It's got things from DuckTales, Mega Man, Mario 3, all kinds of just stuff mixed together, but it feels so unique, and oh my gosh, it probably is one of my favorite games of the year. It's not. I'm not even talking about just independent. Just one of my favorite games of the year because it's just so fantastic. They really put a lot of work into it, and it's incredible.
Right, it is, and I've heard so. And I can't wait to put it up. Place it on my newly won PlayStation 4.
I'll be buying it again.
Can't wait to play it. It's gonna be awesome. But we're gonna do one more because we're going at it. We're running out of time. We're gonna do one more, and for that, I'm gonna give J-Rock the last one. I'm gonna give J-Rock the last one.
Most anticipated game.
Most anticipated game.
Where's that?
That's all the way down. That's short. There's the nominees are Uncharted 4, Thief's End, The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt, and I have an opinion about that in just a second. Bloodborne, Batman Arkham Knight,
Bloodborne, and Evolve,
and of course Evolve.
And of course,
Can I just laugh at Evolve real quick?
Go ahead.
Wait. Do a little, like,
People thought Titanfall would be boring. Man, this one sounds even worse.
Wait. Let me do a
It
little.
sounds like a game you would get for free on Steam.
Wait. How about this?
Valve made it.
Let me do a little HBK laugh.
I'm actually surprised that I want to say 2 of PlayStation's first-party titles are made it into this cut. Uncharted and Bloodborne, and considering the fact Uncharted is
Bloodborne's an exclusive. That's actually surprising because the last games, Dark Souls and stuff, was on Xbox and PlayStation.
right.
Wow.
But it's been pretty awesome. And of course, Batman Arkham Knight, is widely anticipated. Can't wait to play it on.
That game looks gorgeous.
Dude, if you haven't seen the gameplay, if you guys haven't seen the gameplay of it so far, I highly recommend that you do the Ace.
I'm not a Batman fan. That game looks good.
I have. I've seen it.
The Ace Chemical plant gameplay is out. They already put out the final chapter for that this past weekend. I guarantee the sleek Batmobile. This is the first Batman Arkham game that you can play. You can play the Batmobile. It's playable in this game.
Finally.
The last time we had a playable vehicle in a game was back in Fighter's Megamix for Sega Saturn, where you could fight somebody as the Daytona car.
The thing is, finally. I mean, how many sequels do we have?
Wow.
How many sequels does it take to play as the Batmobile? I mean, we've been waiting on Arkham City, Arkham Origins, now Arkham Knight.
It took them 3 games to make it that way. So hopefully they won't screw it up. I mean, they got an awesome tank mode on there that is awesome. Can't wait to play it. It comes out on June 2nd for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC.
They better not screw it up.
They won't. And if you pre-order on the PlayStation 4, you get the exclusive Scarecrow Nightmare Pack.
Oh, God. Freaking Scarecrow.
Scarecrow is the main. I think Scarecrow is the main villain. With a close second with somebody called the Arkham Knight, and I can't wait to see who that really is.
Joker's going to be in there somewwer.
Yeah,
Joker's dead. He's been dead.
Yeah, he's been dead.
Don't worry, his comic books, they'll bring him back. Did you die? Well,
dude, the Joker's dead next to Bison.
Dead.
Yeah, and guess what? Bison's still alive.
That's true. That's kind of true.
But still, but hey, in the Batman universe, at least we got Scarecrow, one of the most notorious villains. Unlike in the Street Fighter universe, we have a fucktard named Seth.
Oh God.
He doesn't wear pants.
He doesn't wear.
We got Seth, we got Bryce, we got a cool one, we got Oni.
Joker wears pants. Seth, fuck pants.
I just like these.
Yeah. Seth just wears it.
I like to.
Uncharted 4 though looks really, really good. I'm excited for that one.
But knowing about here's the difference between Scarecrow and Scarecrow and Seth. I mean, here's the thing. Scarecrow, he's more like a guy who is more of a nightmare fuel type of guy who goes out there trying to gas out Gotham City in order to drove people into complete insanity. While you got Seth saying that, I'm invincible, I'm strongest, derp, look at me, got no pants.
But the thing is, the difference between him, Seth is trying to take over the entire world, whereas Scarecrow is just trying to take over Gotham. And
it's a big difference.
Big difference.
My nightmare gas doesn't kill people, it just makes them scream and cry. And that's usually after I've eaten tons of Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
With Batman, it's just that has a negative effect. I don't know if you guys have watched the series or, you guys have watched the series, I'm guaranteed. And the comics.
It's been years since I've seen the series, though. I need to pick it up.
If you've seen it before, you'll know that it has a opposite effect of Bruce Wayne and Batman. Instead of just giving fear, it just makes him even more fearless. It just makes, he can laugh at the face of danger without even having to laugh. It just makes, say he can look at a shark and somebody trying to chomp at him, it doesn't really phases him at all.
Shoot. If he looks at the Colossal Titan, he'll give it more fear.
Oh God! Get a glare.
Awesome.
So, what was it? You said you had beef with Witcher 3 winning? Well, why is that?
Well, because of the fact, okay, yeah, I mean, it's been delayed. Like,
Yeah, it's been delayed for 3 years now.
To be fair, those guys put a lot of quality into their games, and they delay these things because they want to make sure it works. Like Assassin's Creed had to be out by holiday. Sure, they delayed it by a month. It still sucked. And here's the thing, they also give out free DLC now. I've never played a Witcher game. I'm kind of interested in this one.
Yeah.
But I got to give those guys credit. They treat their fans better than anybody. And most people are okay with waiting because they know that they're going to get a product that works and is fun.
True. I mean, but at the same time, though, you know, if you know that you're going to have to...
I mean, it's not like a Final Fantasy versus 13 or Last Guardian situation.
True.
But or Final Fantasy VII remake.
I'm going to cry. You're going to make me cry.
Yes.
All right, chill over here.
Dude, it'll be better off seeing Tifa in a full full pixelated. I mean, we don't want to see Tifa look like a boxed up pixelated.
We get to
body.
see her
It's like
square
that.
booties.
There you go. We don't want to see that.
But I will say this, though. Yeah, I agree. But at the same time, though, don't say if you know that it's going to be delayed, it's something that needs to be worked on, only delay it once. Don't go...
I'd rather them get it right than get it wrong and then me spend $60 being like, why the fuck doesn't this work?
Yeah, I agree, but at the same time, don't go. But it's their third time doing it, though. That's their third time doing it. Don't do it.
I'd rather
if you do it more than twice, then something's wrong. Something is broken.
That's why they're taking the time to fix it instead of just saying, let's throw it out and fix it later.
No, but see, the thing is, if you know it's going to be fixed, you need to spend all your time doing it. You need
Well, they
to
probably don't find this out till the last minute.
Don't give us a release date. If you know, you still got to put more time in. Don't give us if you release that and you know it's going to be.
I just think crap happens, and the thing is, people don't find that stuff out until testing, and they may not notice it till like they get a month into the release window, and then oh crap, here's a game-breaking bug that would delete all the saves.
But
did we go ahead and release that anyway, even though it was just discovered?
But at the same time, though, you piss off a lot of people that way, and then blinded when you actually have.
I think people are more understanding than you think.
I'm gonna say this right now.
Well, to say half of them, yeah, you may be, but some of them, but you gotta understand, half of them at the same time are gonna be thinking about something else. They're gonna be thinking about another game. They might not buy it at all.
The internet is never satisfied. Let's just go ahead.
Yeah. If you know about the internet, yeah. How about this? Gerard versus the internet. Defend it.
I'll say this right now. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Rise of the Tomb Raider. You know, if this is the time exclusive, 6 months to a year, nobody's going to care about it. Nobody's going to care at PC. Some might care, but it's not going to be that. It's not going to be hitting the numbers like they're supposed to. And you give us a definitive edition on PS4 and PC, nobody's going to care about it. Somebody's going to be thinking about the next big game.
Yeah.
No, I might not buy it. I mean, think about it. I'm a PlayStation gamer. I'm a big time Tomb Raider fan, and I'm missing out 6 months to a year because Microsoft wants to game it exclusive. I'm not going to even think about it.
Well, you gotta admit, I mean, I don't blame Microsoft as much as Square taking the money, because like Sony tries to do the same thing. Now, let's not. They do try to do the same thing, but ultimately, the decision lies on Square Enix. Do they take a big money deal from Microsoft or Sony or whoever, so they can make it exclusive for a time being, or completely exclusive on one platform, or do they try to? Like, I feel like they probably maximize their sales more if they sold it on more platforms and then make the fans feel better about it. So apparently they chose to get
let me give you from a business standpoint. The last game, the reboot, sold only 6.5 billion copies. That's only half of what they wanted, and Square Enix was not happy about that.
It's just like
you're bringing it to just one console, only one platform. And you're only dubbing like a...
And they still profited a crap ton off of Tomb Raider, but yet it was quote-unquote
good for them, bad for gamers. Same thing for somebody in Street Fighter 5.
It's good for them.
But
Good
to
for
be honest, I don't think Capcom had any money left because how many games are they putting out? I'm being serious though. Like, how many big games are they coming out with? Like that one Deep Down or whatever demo thing. Apparently, it's only going to be an Asian MMO. So yeah, what other? I mean, they were releasing the Phoenix Wright 3DS games, but I don't think they had the. I really don't think they had the funds.
They got Resident Evil Revelations coming out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, I forgot about that. But really, other than that.
And then, of course, but the thing, thing is, you're right. But at the same time, though, Sony is working.
I think it's a Bayonetta 2 situation.
It's just like saying with this. Like the Microsoft, even though the Microsoft fans, I think they still pissed off because the Tales games like Tales of Cilia 1 and 2 and Tales of Heart R are not going to be on Xbox 360.
I think that's a decision because mainly they sell more of those in Japan on PS3 and it just cost them more money from 360. I think the Street Fighter situation is different because I don't think Capcom planned on making more. Even I seen tweets from Ono around last year where he was people were asking about, are we going to see Street Fighter next gen? And he was saying we just don't have it in the budget right now. And Capcom had been reported to have huge financial losses, so Sony came in and was like, we want this, we're going to help fund this. You guys make it an exclusive on this and PC.
But see, this problem is that I have a real problem with this, and a lot of gamers have too.
Yeah.
Don't call it the exclusive. It's not really the exclusive. It's console exclusive.
It's console exclusive. I console exclusive to me is good enough because that says right there it's going to be on one console but on a PC.
On PC, and it has a cross-platform thing right there. With you can play players on PC and likewise PC on PlayStation 4.
Yeah, but I think console exclusive just kind of makes it easier than saying PS4 PC. It just says immediately it's going to be on PC and one console.
But the problem with that is that most people don't have high-powered PCs. So now that's forcing gamers to buy a PS4, and then those who have an Xbox One or Wii U or anything like that.
There's more and more people starting to go to PC for some games.
They have to chuck another $400 to a PS4.
Yeah, I feel like it's crappy, but yeah, I mean, I'm not going to disagree. I will get Street Fighter 5 on PS4. I mean, I will get it, but it's still a situation where it's like there's so many people I know that only have 360s. I'm fortunate enough to have both, but I know so many people that don't have both, and they're going to miss out. And they bought these systems ahead of time. Thinking, okay, it was multi-platform exclusive before, why wouldn't it be this time? And now, I mean, even with the Tomb Raider situation, it's still being crappy. It's 6 months out, only 6 months. At least eventually those people will get it. This situation, no, you have to buy a PS4. You don't even have the luxury of waiting. I use that term luxury lightly.
And
it's
go ahead.
I was gonna say it's sort of like. How remember? Okay, I'm gonna go back for maybe probably for another. Remember when we had PS2s and some of the games came out, and then we did the next couple of years we had the same game come out on PS3.
Right.
But then people were still playing the game that they bought on PS2, even though it was on PS3. So it was it's sort of for them to have exclusive rights to PS4 and Xbox One, it's basically it's almost like they're forcing. Well, okay, in a sense, it's like they're forcing us to get a PS4 because it's they're slowly phasing out the PS3 games in the system and everything that made it.
I kind of have a feeling
I think I see what you're saying. I think
you know what I mean,
and I think Adam does too. Sometimes with games. It all goes back to what Adam said about, with Street Fighter. Right. Most of these games don't have the funds. Most of these companies don't have the funds to go out and bring new IPs or bring out the newest editions of, one of our best,
franchises. Here's another example of it.
That's another. But like I said, when it comes down to it, they have, with Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo, they have to, they see the opportunity to bring their game, their IP, to their franchise, so that gets people more incentive to buy their console. The only problem with that is it may not be a console seller.
Right.
It's not a console seller because when you think about it, you're just saying, okay, you can buy it on this console, but No, we can wait. If it's a timed exclusive, we're not gonna wait. But see, the thing about it is, the only problem with that is, gamers, if it may be exclusive to the life of the console. Like Titanfall, we all thought PlayStation 4. We all thought it was gonna be PlayStation 4. No, Respawn came out there and said,
Well, see, that's the thing. The sequel.
EA told us that the first game is console exclusive for
right. The
console.
first.
Now the sequel is going to come to multi-platform. Now with Street Fighter and Tomb Raider, it's forcing you guys because they don't have the funds to make. Square Enix and Capcom don't have the funds to make these games, and now they're forcing them to buy Xbox.
I don't think. Well, I think the deal with I think Tomb Raider is probably a little different because Square Enix had the money, obviously. Because if it was just Microsoft pouring money into buying Tomb Raider outright, then you would not be seeing it on PS4. Guarantee it, like Street Fighter 5. I think they paid them to have an exclusive deal, kind of like they do with Call of Duty.
Yeah, and they got the billions to do so.
Yeah, exactly. And here's what I was going to say. I kind of feel like, in a weird way, and I'm not exactly happy about it because I liked last generation how just about every third-party game came out on both systems most of the time. Right. I feel like we may start seeing a return to a kind of a PS2 era where, like, you're going to see a lot more third-party stuff on PlayStation, and Xbox isn't going to get as much, and that kind of scares me a little bit because, like I said, I'm fortunate enough to have both. I know some of you, like, I don't know how many of you have PS4s, but
I have PS4 now.
Yeah, and we're kind of sitting pretty at the moment, but there's still a lot of people who buy Xbox because they like the Xbox exclusives, but they also like a lot of third-party games that last generation they got to enjoy on other systems. So when the new iterations come out, they're screwed.
They're screwed. It's just the same thing. It's the same thing with Batman Arkham Knight. It's the same thing with Street Fighter 5. It's the same thing with Rise of the Tomb Raider. The thing is that's forcing you guys to come to the current gen.
So in other words, waste $2,000.
Well, the current gen isn't the issue because, like, let's face it, it's going to happen eventually. It happened with every generation. Eventually, stop making games with elder systems. But the problem is that people only usually have enough for one machine, and now it's going to be a lot harder, especially if you're a fan of many different game franchises. And now that you see some of your favorites on one side of the fence, though you'd rather have them both on whatever side you want to pick.
In other words,
so it's.
Go ahead, Mike.
In other words, you could spend like $2,000 on every single console that you want. Like, for instance, $500 on a PlayStation 4, $500 on a PlayStation. I mean, not PlayStation 4, but $500.
They're all
$400. I mean, what's it called on the Xbox 360? I mean, Xbox One. $1,000 on a gaming PC. Oh, let's add a little $200 for Wii U. So that makes
and ColecoVision.
So there you go. So spend $2,200 on all of these things so you could get caught up. Simple as that.
And you're still gonna buy games.
You're still gonna have to buy games. You're still gonna have to buy games for one game.
You can't win.
Night for another. Nah. Right.
Yeah, for the next paycheck you can.
Oh, dear God. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're that desperate, but you still got to worry about bills. You still got to worry about rent. You still got to worry about life.
Yep.
Life, baby. But see, the thing is, though, I'll tell you this much right now, and I'll agree with Rich on Review Tech USA on this. These half-ass exclusives need to stop. It's just like Street Fighter has to stop. If you're gonna make it exclusive, make it a definite exclusive for PlayStation 4. Don't go.
They did say, actually, Adam Boyes came out and said this is exclusive forever, is how he put it.
Forever, but see, the thing is, it's not exclusive to PlayStation. Not really.
Yeah. No, exclusive to PlayStation forever. That was like they said this is a console exclusive. Forever. Of course, he meant PlayStation. We all know he meant PlayStation.
It's on another platform, PC. It's
PC. Well, I don't consider that technically a console. That's a thing you do your taxes and watch porn and sometimes play games on. But I mean, you can play games on it, but it's not to me technically a console because it's a computer. It does everything.
Yeah,
but that aside, like he was talking about, like just PlayStation, meaning PlayStation itself, like as far as like the big three consoles, meaning that you're not going to see that on a Microsoft platform unless somehow, some way they able to make Super Street Fighter V and they could get away with that. But
it could have been a lot better. I say this much right now: they did make a little more clarity to it at PlayStation Experience than they did at the Game Awards, as far as that goes. My thing is, they could clear it up a little bit more this Saturday at the Pro Gaming Tournament, Capcom Pro League Tournament finals. We'll definitely get to see some more gameplay and some details about Street Fighter V coming to console exclusive to PlayStation 4, and hopefully we'll have a release date as to when, or at least a window date. But we're gonna have to stop it here because we've well over our time here.
Yeah. We had a long one. We didn't even get to talk much about the Sony stuff except Street Fighter V. We didn't even get to touch on we briefly mentioned this Final Fantasy VII debacle.
But a number of those we definitely have to get back into. But we got to do that.
It's probably going to be another podcast.
It'll have to be on another podcast. It'll definitely have to be on another podcast. But
stay tuned for part 2 of Final Fantasy VII, Alien, Sex, and More.
Oh, Lord.
But, we're going to save that for another time. It's time for Shrinetime shout out. Adam, how can fans find you on social media?
Yeah, so you can find me on my YouTube channel where I make really videos about video game thingies. And you can catch that on youtube.com/transparencypro, all one word. And also you can follow me on Twitter. I ramble about shit and stuff. And you can find me there at Game Machine TV on the Twitters.
I love how, or twatters.
Twatters. Now that's just getting into dirty territory.
No. Hey, blame Jessica Cavello for that.
Want to see my twatter?
Hey, Adam. Next time Jessica Cavello comes in, I'm inviting you in. All right, you two gonna have a blast.
Are you wanting me to ask if she can see my twatter? Is that what you're trying to do?
Okay, moving on that note. Mike, how can fans find you on social media?
Well, you can find me on Mike Maverick AG on Twitter and on Facebook. Like me on Mike Maverick Ace Gamer, and I'm also on CastleFanatica.com, which I uploaded a review of Project Daikon Online, which is a what's it called? A sponsor review, thanks to Power Up TV and Kerry Martell, the RPG fanatic. And also, I like to, I also have a YouTube page, which is Turnabout ENT, which I was thinking about doing a Persona retrospective. I mean, yes, I know Let's Plays are going like a dime a dozen, but I was thinking, I should do like a retrospective of Persona 3 now, like retrospective games.
That was awesome. It really is. I can't wait for that. Speaking of which, next podcast we're also going to be talking about Persona 5 coming.
Oh, I want to be there. I want to be there.
Yes.
I want to be.
It was just announced this past weekend that it will be coming to PS4, PC. I think it's on Xbox 360 next year. It's
PS3. Wait, Persona 5?
Persona 5.
No, it's PS3, PS4 only.
Okay,
Sony.
Sony only.
It is a console. It's consoles exclusives.
God, Persona.
No, consoles, because there's two.
Well, anyway, it's console exclusive. It's coming to PS3, PS4, but we're going to talk a little bit more in detail about it. We only saw a little about it. We all saw a little of the trailer, so hopefully we'll hear more in the coming months about that, but we will be previewing that in the next podcast. J-Rock, how can fans find you on social media, dog?
Alright, Twitter is Lethal J-Rock. That's my Twitter. Pick me up there. And that's about it.
Jeez, short and sweet. Oh, right. You can also check out this podcast and its Facebook and Twitter on social media at facebook.com/Shrinetime Entertainment. You can also check us out on our Twitter or Twatter at Shrinetime ENT, and always use the hashtag Shrinetime Shoutout. If you ever want to talk about what we've talked about on this podcast or any podcast we talked about in the past, let us know how you feel about it with our feedback column, Shrinetime Shoutout Feedback. And also let us know how we can improve for you and how you can get more of your Shrinetime experience. Also, you can check me out on my
personal Tumblr. Oh, by the way, you can also check us out on our Shrinetime Tumblr at tumblr.com/Shrinetime Entertainment, which, by the way, I've just worked on. It's so fucking awesome. Gotta go check it out. I've been working on it a little bit more for you. And I also got a Google Plus page for it, so hopefully in the future we'll be doing Google Hangouts and do a live stream for you guys. You guys are going to be awesome for that. We're quite accustomed to live streaming as well.
Yep, we are.
You can also check me out personally on my Twitter at Money Senpai Money Senpai SCP. That's MONEYSENPAISCP. I'll be dwelling into the world of Twitter a little bit more because I know Facebook sucks, and I've been doing. And I have to get out of that. Facebook. Hopefully, it'll be done by next year, by the start of next year. That is one of my New Year's resolutions. Also, I do want to make a brief announcement. Next week we're going to do our last podcast for 2014. It will be next week. We're also going to be doing I want to get with Mike to do this, a special year-end review. Our best podcast moments of this year. You know, we had so many great guest spots and topics that we just can't get enough of. I don't think we can fit in 1 hour, but we're going to try.
I think this year was my introduction to the group.
Actually, it was. There's so many great moments.
Well, we already found the best moment.
Okay. From Monica Rial, from Michelle Ruff, from the Sailor Scouts, from Jessica and Heather, from Mike actually getting a joke on me. Those are the best moments on Shrinetime Entertainment. We are going to have a year in review podcast where we're not going to say anything, but we're actually going to review little clips and snippets of our greatest moments from this year. It's going to be all awesome. And like I said, the last podcast 2014, we're actually going to have 2 of our honorary hosts on there. We're also going to have Danielle McRae, and we're also going to have Caitlin French. We can't wait to have these amazing Shrine Maidens on. Can't wait for you guys to have an awesome time. We're also going to be ringing in the new year and saying Merry Christmas.
Hey, one question. Can we bring back Brian April?
We'll try. We'll see if we can. We'll see if we can do it for 2015.
Yeah.
See if we're going to book 2015.
Bring back Brian April so we can join the Yagi War Order.
Oh God. He's been on
Kojima, he's ready for you in your box.
He's been on a Senran Kagura fix for like the last week or so. So hopefully
I finished the series. I finished the series, but I do like Yagu and Hibari. But I'm gonna say this right now, they need to. Yeah, I say Yagu need to train Hibari to be more stronger. That's my critique.
All I see is boobs.
Only thing I'm gonna say is, Mike, if he hasn't played the 3DS game, you need to pick it up. It's on the shop, on the eShop.
As soon as I get a PlayStation Vita, I will get the game. Or better yet, a PlayStation TV, I will get the game.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome.
Boobs on your TV.
Boobs on your TV.
Boobs on PlayStation TV.
Oh yeah. By the way, I will be doing live streams now. Thanks to my function of the PlayStation 4 and Twitch, I will actually be doing I just got to get the PlayStation camera.
Boob Station TV.
I will actually be doing game reviews.
Look, son of a gun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boob Station 4.
I'm actually going to do what? Stop it, you guys. I'm actually going to do reviews on Warframe. I'm also planning reviews of Warframe, Dragon Age Inquisition, and once it comes out next month, Dying Light. So
nice.
That's an awesome zombie game. I can't wait to play that. I've been wanting to play it since I heard about it this year. Hopefully, they own up to that January 27th release date, and I can't wait to play it when I play it. You guys are going to be in for a treat for that.
The Boom Station Network from $9.69 a month.
Cool.
Nice. We had to throw a 69 joke in there somewhere.
All of that.
Yeah, he
we
did.
try to say goodbye to another Shrinetime Entertainment experience for you guys. From Mike Machismo Maverick, from my boy Adam, the Game Machine, and my boy Justin, a.k.a. J-Rock. I'm Money Senpai, and you have just tuned in to Shrinetime Entertainment Podcast, and we will see you next time. Peace.
Boom Station Plus.
Oh, God.
You're listening to Shrinetime Entertainment Podcast. As we see you guys next time.